everybody, it's G-Zone. Welcome to Vanguard Circle. We got Koheleth, we got Diesel, we got Ursus, and we got Ben Wheeler.
The Mercenary King.
And we are here to bring you another episode in between episodes. Episode? I don't know. 6. Six.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's week 7, episode 6.
Week 7, episode 6. But you know what? It's okay. It's cool. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start with spoilers, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to start off.
Spoilers.
Stop watching. Oh,
Fine
God.
collection stoofs. Alright.
That's what the Dimensional Police one is so fun.
But we got to start off with the Witch. Anyway.
Yeah, we gotta
Witch of
start
Heresy. Ear Alt. Heal Trigger for Shadow Paladin. Choose a great one or less card from your hand and discard it.
Draw a card.
Oh man, yeah. When it's discarded for G-Guardian. Just draw a card.
G-Guardian.
So, yep.
It's fine.
You know that pattern. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what he tells himself.
It would be cool
If it wasn't for this.
if it wasn't for this
Okay.
G-Guardian.
Okay, here we go.
Witch of Inequity.
Inequity.
Yep.
Ear
She is inadequate.
It is an inequitable situation.
Okay, what's up?
Alright, so GB1, choose a G-Guardian from your D-zone, turn it face up. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 2 of your grade 1 or less rear guards. Move from the Guardian Circle. If you move 2 units, draw 1 card.
So it's Ludovic times 2,
Times 2.
which Ludovic doesn't see play. No one likes to play Ludovic. All we want is something on par with Plotmaker, and they can't give it to us.
Yeah.
This card is
A
ass.
little bit too much.
This
But
card
it's
is
more-
literal ass.
But it's more garbage. Why wouldn't you want more garbage?
See, this is
It's
the thing.
too
When you
garbage.
pile garbage on top of garbage,
It gets
The
The
better,
only
right?
person that's happy is fucking Oscar the Grouch, alright?
I mean,
No one else.
Like, I can see why they wanted to do it.
Bad thing.
Because, like,
I
he's-
like Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, he's a fun little guy. I wish
I
had
still wouldn't give him this
But it's-
card though. It's
but it's-
insulting
right.
to give him this card. It's
he
garbage.
does have G-Break, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
They all
was
have
a-
G-Break.
Another
So-
thing. Oh, go ahead, Ben.
So here's the thing, like, I can see what the design is. The design is to give you instant Ritual 3.
It's ass.
Uh-huh.
But it's G-Break 1, which
Yeah.
means it's ass.
Yep.
Like, I just want to make that,
It's
it could be good, but it
But
isn't.
in this
Ritual
current
is one of those
situation-
things that you just get by playing the game. Like you
Yeah,
hardly
I'd
have to
rather
work
just
for it.
naturally
Yeah.
work for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that the drop and draw heal, if it worked on another G guard, would be cool because you can drop a grade 1 and then drop. That's why people really play into main, because you filter your hand and you don't lose anything.
You don't lose.
But
That's the thing. You're losing in this scenario.
the other major part with this issue, this card, that is a major issue, is that it costs you another G guard, which on average, and it costs you field presence,
Probably
which
a lot
Luard
better.
wants. Luard wants field presence because without field presence, you can't on stride do stuff.
Right.
This card is bad. Come on, Bushiroad, get it together. Enough said.
Come
But-
on, game design.
I think it would be better if
Get
it straight up
together.
retired them. Like, if it retired 2, and then if you retire 2, draw a card, you could still get stuff out of that, because then you could, like, retire that one fellow who, like, when he dies, he gets plus 5k.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't. Like, it
doesn't.
could be so
But
good.
it doesn't.
But it
Upside,
isn't.
it's a witch.
Cool.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, but when they
Oh.
gave triggers upside, they made witches bad.
Yeah.
I still remember playing, like, that Blue Falcon in the Gold Paladin. It's like, call it from deck, give your Vanguard plus 2k. Boop. Boop. 15k base.
Shit it.
Okay.
We
What
aggravate now.
do we have? What do we have that's better?
Alright, let's go to the next one. Saving Dolphin. Heal trigger for Dimension Police.
Oh, baby. This hurts me.
Alright, so bless 1 when this is discarded from your hand for the cost of Oceanic Transformation Atlantis Dolphin from your G zone. If the number of face-up cards in your damage zone is 1 or less, you may pay the cost, countercharge 1.
Okay. Can I say, I love dolphins. It looks great.
Robo Dolphin.
I don't
Looks great.
understand Dimensional Police's obsession with dolphins, though.
Robo Dolphin.
Because they're the heroes of the sea.
Are they?
Yes,
I
they
don't know.
save people.
Do they?
Yes.
I
Last
thought
I heard, they rape people.
They do that too.
Oh.
It's kind of a
The
coin
cost
flip.
of saving, I guess.
They murder.
No, I mean, it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
No,
something
I
that
mean
happens.
it's happened.
Right.
It's happened. Yeah.
So do humans, and we're
Still.
not all that bad.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, dolphins.
Anyway,
They look
Turns
cool.
out
She just stick
dolphins
to
are
the robo
sentient.
master race. But anyway.
But they did. They turned the dolphin into another robot.
Oh my god!
It's absolutely gigantic.
It's
and
a
there's
dolphin
so many
that turns
guns.
into a human, and it does what? That looks like the Megaplex from Transformers. Like, it's huge. Oh my god!
It still has dolphin in the name, right?
Yes.
I am dolphin.
It's a transformed dolphin.
I am a
Transformers.
dolphin. Do not worry,
But-
citizens.
Alright. Oceanic transformation Atlantis dolphin. Blah, G guard, blah. GB1, choose a face down G Guardian in your G zone, turn it face up. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle during the battle that your opponent's Vanguard attacked, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets shield plus 5,000 for each of your rear guards until end of battle. If this unit's shield is 30,000 or greater, countercharge 1, soul charge 1.
Okay.
So
It's
that's
good.
so good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's like-
it can only guard against the Vanguard attack.
Yeah, that's my issue with it.
But that's not really an issue because you have like Geo and Enigma Patriot, and even Excalibur.
Yeah,
like,
there we go.
There's so many different ways you can just guard a rear guard.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like they
not
have
a problem.
I feel like they have the room for this one.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not saying
yeah.
it's bad. I'm just saying that's like a downside.
That's the only downside.
That is
Yeah.
a downside.
Like the only thing for it is that the G zones for dimensional robos and others are starting to get really tight because there's so much good you want to pack in there.
Yeah.
So you do have to be careful on that. But that G card is like you're almost like in any normal build of dimensional police, you are almost guaranteed to get there.
Yeah.
And hit the 30K at the very least. Like
Yeah,
I know.
mean, it requires 3 rear guards, but
Yeah, but that's normal.
that's easy.
Yeah, like the deck's running Laurel is almost guaranteed that you rushed at some point in time. As soon as
Yeah.
you hit strike, you just rushed them.
Yeah, you just vomit your fan.
Yep.
And
It's
then...
like, "Pah!" and then you get it back.
Oh, Laurel.
Pez. Do we want to move on from him? Are we done with it?
I
This
mean,
guy?
I mean, it's
He's good. He's good. Play him.
Yeah, like he's one of those cards that's like holding up the Fires Collection heels right now.
Okay. What else? we got?
Does that actually make a difference for D-Robos? Do you still swap it, for even though you have a D-Robo heal?
I mean, he's
You
saying
don't
would
need-
you replace the
Right.
Robo Heal with Dolphin?
So D-Robos need D-Robos in Soul sometimes, and they sometimes need Counterblast, but not always, and honestly not in any of the major builds right now.
Fair.
So you can run whatever heal you
I
want.
think you could get away with running Dolphin and still be okay.
Okay.
In D-Robos.
I know people
There's
like their
lots of
shenanigans.
There's a lot of D-Robos, so.
So I think that's actually it for like full-on spoilers that we can actually reveal.
Okay.
Yeah, for Fighters Collection, which
Yeah.
is what we're touching on.
Yeah.
That is all.
That
Since
is
last
all.
time.
All right.
Are we
yeah.
not touching on that
Oh.
Shiranui?
No, we are, but like we actually have to cover the fact that they're the
Yeah.
trial deck first.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to
Oh,
talk about
okay.
the whole thing.
There's segues involved.
So,
Segues? Because that fucker's terrifying.
should we hit on the show then next? Is it show
Sure.
time?
Yeah, that's a good start off.
Showtime. Time of the mediocre show. Okay.
Because I'm back
So,
from outer space.
so the show, I guess we have 2 episodes to talk about.
Yep. Yes.
Let's talk first about the episode that came first.
Angels vs. Plants.
Angels versus Plants, yeah. Angels versus Nectar. So I was watching this episode, and the first thing I thought of was, why is this girl so excited to get her ass kicked? I don't... I like I said, there was a gap in the show that I didn't really watch, and so I don't know who this Angel Feather player is. I also don't know why she's so keen on getting crit. Like, it really is important to her in that moment.
She wanted to be unhittable, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Gabrielle GP2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I mean, she just sort of like, she's been bored this entire like last 3 seasons or so. And then all of a sudden she comes back and it's like, oh wow, this is exciting.
Oh,
And then
give me a
she
good
turns
game.
into,
Greet me.
yeah, basically something like this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she was on it. She was super hype.
Great crack.
Okay, so
JoJo reference.
this episode reminded me of something though that I want to touch on now before we get into the stuff that we're going to be talking about later. I feel like this episode kind of shows how much Vanguard has grown in terms of like combo rewards and really like trying to put out various effects and making them pop and making the success
I'm really
of the
happy
game.
they took the route that they've taken.
Yeah. And
Yep.
it's interesting though because something that we're going to talk about later mentions that Bushiroad is trying to appeal to an older crowd with Dragoborne.
And
as
looks
if
sweet.
Cardfight is still directed toward children. But if you look at that game with all of the combos going on, especially
complex.
on the Angel side, where she's like, do this, rescue, +3, +3, +3, this thing, hit this, rescue, +3, heal trigger, boom. Like, that's a really complex thing.
It was a fight of 2 technical decks.
Yeah, and it was awesome. It was really cool to watch these 2 technical decks just bloom.
It
And,
had good energy. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of episodes just had terrible energy.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
but the idea that this is still directed toward little kids with that kind of technical gameplay in motion,
They don't think
I
they're
don't-
stupid.
I don't know. I just,
Well, I think they thought they were stupid, and then we figured out an infinite loop, like, instantly. And then emailed Bushiroad about it with that one Grand Blue starter.
yeah,
So I think...
we already talked about that.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Ad nauseum. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me because it's like they act like this game's still toward kids, and then we're gonna bring out combos that there's no way a child could play. There's no way.
I mean, kids play Pokemon. Pokemon has some weird stuff like that.
That's
Pokemon-
kind of fair.
Yeah,
I mean, we've had plenty of kids, like, who've been
Well, right,
pretty
that-
badass.
I mean, we have successful children
Shout out
playing,
to Caleb
but
taking second.
that is
Yeah, no,
not
right.
our main demographic when it comes to Cardfight.
No.
And it's because the game is gaining some technical aspects that it keeps attracting more and more people of a higher level.
I've been working on the technical aspects of, like, my decks, using the old stuff and the new stuff for years, and it's like, all of a sudden, Bushiroad's finally acknowledging that Cardfight can be technical. Like, as soon as they put out Gavrail, not Asha, but Gavrail, it became one of the more technical card games out there. Because
And there's truth in that, but then publicly they still say, we kind of want Cardfight to be about the little kids, and I'm just like, I mean, whatever. Plus, that girl in that episode is scary. And Cardfight in general, the show, is peeling towards a more, like, dark vibe that I don't know if this is, like, Y7
Season
anymore.
0 of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, exactly.
The dude died and set himself on fire 2
fuck
seasons
that
ago.
guy. Anyway, speaking of low energy episodes, the next episode,
That's cool.
Fight of the Crybabies.
We go from technical to I call this. Well,
Yeah.
I call this.
I
Well,
called this thing, and there's power, and calls.
and then I stride without paying for stride.
Yeah. So the newest episode is
paid for it.
is middle schooler
For what?
versus rich kid.
That's
They
true.
forced
All
it.
right,
Rich kid being
$20 stride.
Shion, middle schooler's name escapes
Tayo.
me.
Tayo.
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 So Tayo versus Shion, and Shion wins. That's all you actually need to know about the episode. He was talking something about Tayo was talking about trying to keep up with Chrono and the other guy on their team who isn't worth mentioning the name of.
Kazuma?
Sure. And whatever you said,
Luard.
you guys could have said
That
anything,
guy.
and I would have been like, okay, whatever, yeah.
Luard.
And then Shion was talking about how he needed to do it for his team, and then they both basically summoned creatures and attacked, and that was that.
Basically, the episode showed off the fact that Gold Paladin and Royal Paladins can basically create, like, fields from nothing.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's like the only tactical aspect.
The real
of it.
name of
Absolutely.
the episode. The
Absolutely.
Flight of the Paladin.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And then
Kind of reinforces how
at the end of the episode,
big of a fan I'm not of the new Gurgwitch stride.
mm-hmm.
It's
He's
just,
upset.
it's not there.
Yeah.
It's,
It's just mediocre. But at the end of the episode, they talk a little bit about what's his name, main guy, Chrono. Yeah, he gets a slot for a few minutes to talk about whatever the hell he wants to talk about.
He talks.
He's gonna get chaos
So-
breakered in the face.
Yep.
I know.
In
I'm
those
hoping.
2 episodes, though, my favorite match that happened in those 2 episodes was the match that got very little coverage. That was Emmy versus
Kumi.
Kumi, and that was adorable. It was cute.
Yeah, it was great.
They
Him
enjoyed
improving
themselves.
once again why
Exactly
she's
why
best
it was
wife.
there.
And my main purpose for enjoying that game was Everybody else seemed to be having fun for really weird reasons. And those two were having fun because they were playing a card game, and playing card games is supposed to be fun.
I don't know.
So,
I really got
There
behind the Angel
are
multiplayer.
much bigger stakes going on than just having fun, though.
This
Yeah,
is the
that's
under
cool.
20 tournament.
Right.
It's not
Clearly,
like owns Prism.
This is
or
the
Harmony.
world that we
There's
need.
there's darker things at hand, like
I mean,
I'm sure-
but they don't know that yet.
Well,
As far
right.
as
Trap
they're
got
concerned,
scooped out by
this is
Chaos
just
Breaker
another
and-
but
tournament.
they just got back from saving the world.
I mean,
Like
they
they
didn't
they
just-
know that
they don't
play
think
this
something's
game for bigger reasons.
I watch my friends die, but I still play for fun.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that the worst thing that you can do if you guys play for your friends to keep everyone safe is not to add more friends to the melee. Like, they were like, that shit might go down again. Better add 2 extra randos per person who don't know what they're doing. That's going to make things better.
Battle Sister. Expandable.
And the hint that, or the preview that Chrono is going to be playing against Noah.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's
And Noah is looking mighty fierce and ready to go.
Apparently
And,
possessed by Chaos.
Chaos Breaker Corruption.
yeah, Chaos Breaker Corruption is in full.
All he had to do is
Full
at the
stride.
end of that teaser was say, "Are you strong?"
Yep.
And he fucking did it. So
yeah.
they dropped the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean,
Only reason
whatever.
you watched that episode.
Anyway. Yeah, last episode.
Maybe that we'll
Not-
see minions. Maybe we'll see minions.
Yeah.
My only problem is
Those
that she
crazy
is playing
tic-tacs.
Pacifica.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess Battle Sisters versus Prism would have been pretty broken.
Yeah.
Isn't Battle Sisters with a loss guaranteed?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's not good or something.
Probably. Prisms are great. Okay, so that's the show. It is.
We're getting there.
exists. Yeah.
Yep.
They're doing better.
We're like 20 episodes in the season, 25 episodes in the season. We almost have a plot.
It's right there on the verge.
On the cusp.
The verge.
We see
of the
it.
plot. I see it in the horizon.
They gotta slow it down this time.
Yeah.
The last one went too fast.
Well, that's the thing. They spend so much time on the build-up that, like, the background, that by the time they actually get to the plot, they're like, fuck, there's 2 episodes left.
Dang it.
Hopefully
What
they'll
do I
hit 52
do?
this
Put
time.
in another season.
Just add another season.
52.
It's like a cult match.
Season of non-plot, season of plot. Okay. So, do we want to talk about the Legend deck?
Are we doing that today?
I mean, I don't care.
I don't know. Are we?
Do we know enough from it?
We have.
We know that it exists.
We can just talk about the stuff that was announced yesterday.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about
That's how
that.
far
So,
we'll dive into it.
so let's start then with the Vanguard news that was announced yesterday. That would be set 11, right?
Yep.
Okay, set 11 has some really cool stuff happening. In it. First off, the clans are
We already went over the clans.
Royal Paladin, Genesis, Kigaro, Dark Irregulars, Gear Chronicle, and Ubaton.
I know that we've said it before, but it's good to have a refresh.
Yeah.
And the main thing that I like about it is the new pack setup.
Yep.
So packs are going to be 7
cards.
cards,
Yep.
2 rares per pack,
Yep.
and you can get multiple double rares and higher
Yeah.
from the same pack.
And they're increasing the amount of double R's in the
That-
set.
Yeah,
Double R's only?
Yeah.
double R's
That
only.
ain't bad.
More double R's.
So we are more likely to get double R's than we were before. I think that this is a phenomenal idea.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, rares weren't really rares. They were just uncommons.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the way they've always been, you
Yeah.
know.
And double rares have been worthless. For like 90% of them are
Yeah,
worthless.
Mellum.
Except
Worthless.
But
Might as well just rip them out of there.
you know, but like in it's cool that they're going to add a little more wealth into getting a pack. Because right now, I just feel like players, when they can, they'll opt to get store credit over getting a pack every time, no matter how low the store credit is.
Well, that goes
Yeah,
back
okay.
to once you have your support, there's no reason to get that set.
Right.
Yeah.
But with the addition of getting, but it's also because it's a crapshoot, and normally it's a crapshoot you lose.
Yep.
And so if you have the ability to win more often, then you might play the game a little bit.
Yep.
And so I hope that it means that people's binders have more stuff in them, that people are trying to get into getting their packs for what they need,
Although I think the last like 3 times I've opened packs for winning a tournament, gotten an SP.
which is awesome
Yeah.
for
I-
you.
I
and
don't
no
get
one
that.
else at that
That was
tournament.
back in set 14.
Yeah.
So.
I'm still yet to pull under a triple R for Token Rambu.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
that's
just
great.
batting 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't I'm just saying, it's like there's
Ben hasn't
winners.
pulled a double
and
rare
then there's
since the
losers.
Stone Age.
Quite literally, like for all my winnings, I haven't pulled shit for I want to say months. Like literally, I topped second place with Austin or something like that, and we both got the same amount of packs. He got like 2 triple rares and a fucking like reprint, and I got nothing but rares.
Yep.
So.
And this will still happen, but I think if it changes the distribution as much as they should, considering how much they're changing the business model, I think that this could be a really good thing for people. It'll make boxes worth more. It'll make packs worth more. And in general, it's just cool.
Apparently, they're making it so that you can pull multiple triples.
That's what we said.
Do we want to tell them what SP packs there are?
Yeah.
Well, let's the support of everything.
Okay.
So like, Dark Raiders getting another Sharat.
Yeah, new Sharats.
Kagero's getting antagonist support.
Perdition.
Is it Perdition?
It's Perdition and Blade Master and whatever else they're getting.
Okay.
Blade Master. I love you.
Okay. Genesis is getting antagonist support.
I'm hoping.
That Gear Chronicle support is Mystery Flare.
Mystery Flare.
For whatever reason.
Mystery Flare.
Do we remember what Mystery Flare is?
Hike up the mystery fair prices to $15.
Please.
You can get a place up for under $1 right now. So.
Yeah.
Up to it.
What's that hype?
Everybody get their Mystery Flare before the
There's
rush.
currently one Mystery Flare.
Okay.
We're already
And
ready
it fits
to
into
play.
any build if
Right.
you want to play it.
Yeah.
So.
And then Ubatama obviously is Shiranui.
Shiranui.
Is that it?
They get a new keyword, dominate,
Yep.
Oh,
or
yeah.
conquer, or controls. It's like one of those words that can mean multiple things, but it's like,
stuff.
but according to rumor, it's dominate.
Yeah. It's the most likely phrase is dominate.
Yeah.
I love it.
Although we've been disappointed
fucking
before.
terrifying.
Revengers could have translated into Avengers, but no, we got Revengers.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Well, I think that was a copyright issue then.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wanted
They
a
could've-
Paladin
they could've
Captain
figured
America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course you did.
But
It's got the
Did
clan
we miss a
symbol on
clan?
the shield.
is that other clans?
Is that
Yeah, I
all?
think so.
Yeah.
Like all of the specifics of what they
Yep.
kind of gave out.
So that's
I
cool.
just want my Genesis.
That's some cool stuff.
Mhm.
And
We're gonna make Brunhilde
I look
great
forward to
again.
that.
It's
But
gonna be
that's
great.
all the CFV news that we're going to leak today, right?
Right.
Well,
Are we going to talk about the other thing? I don't know. Guys, help me out
IG's
here.
getting
What's
an
the other
SP
thing?
pack.
IHG's getting an SP pack.
What's the other thing?
that's what I thought we were missing one. It was Royals. Royals getting Gancelot support.
Oh,
That's what I was
there
looking
we
for. I
go.
was like, there's one missing,
Okay.
and I don't know
I
what
thought
it
you
is, and
meant
everyone just said
plans
we were
in
good.
general.
No.
Buy out the
it's 11.
Gancelots.
Gancelot support.
Gancelot support.
Too late. They're already
Which-
gone.
So,
Really?
Already gone.
so guys, Gancelots?
That's fantastic.
Anyone? No?
Royal Paladin Gancelot.
Yes.
Not these nasty gold
Yeah.
paladins.
Yeah.
But he was good.
He wasn't.
But he was a 9K. No, maybe. I hope that Gancelot's good. I like it when they bring back oldies.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
There's
I
nothing
was
wrong.
talking about the Liberator.
Yeah, but I said
Yeah.
not the nasty gold paladin one.
Yeah. Yeah. You wish.
So, yeah.
You wish.
Okay.
But he'll probably have a similar effect to the Liberator one. I mean, let's be honest.
It'll just be better.
Not Surgeon Blaster Blades out of that,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep. He's done with that. He's not friends with Blaster Blade no more.
Except, oh wait,
After
it's
the-
going to be mixed anyway.
After they got erased and brought back, Gancelot and
Done with that.
Gancelot and Blaster Blade had a falling out.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. Things were said about the other one's girlfriends, and
They were both lives. I mean, they were on the same team.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, no.
they hung out. Yeah, they were acquaintances, work acquaintances.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
I think
wasn't.
Gancelot was just
wasn't a
pissed that he
pal
got the
anymore.
triple R.
Right.
Yeah.
He got the triple R foiling and he didn't.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fine.
It's pretty reasonable.
You
Okay.
got it.
So,
Oh.
but that's it for 11. 11 looks like it's gonna be really neat. I really hope to hear some more good stuff about the distribution. Let's hope that this is as cool as it should be.
And the trial deck.
Trial deck.
Trial deck review.
Also updates to trial deck as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, trial deck changes. Yeah.
Alright,
So-
yeah.
Those
New
G-guards
Pajama
now.
trial deck. Ruler of the Evil Eye.
Ruler of the
Updates
Evil Eye.
on that. One, it's going to have 2 G Guardians, so.
Yep. 2 G
trial deck with
Guardians
G Guardian.
and trump cards.
And foil trump cards.
Foil trump cards
and reprints.
relevant reprints is what they said. Relevant.
Relevant.
reprints.
And they
So
also say,
far
like,
for Strike Fighters with
Yeah.
gross.
Didn't they also say like random foils?
Random
I mean, it looks
foils.
like it's
Random
rogue.
foils.
Random foils.
Which again, cool. Like, with all these changes coming to Bushiroad's business model, that's going to make a lot of, like, interesting things happen.
I mean, it's cool that a trial deck comes with 4 Stride Fighters. It's just not necessary because you still need to buy at least 2 trial decks.
Yeah.
So
Because you haven't gotten enough of your
Cool.
trump card. But,
thanks, but it's
But
unnecessary.
no, but it will add to the pool of Stride Fodders that you can get.
Yep.
Which is an important thing, because right now Stride Fodders are expensive because
Everything
there's-
Shiranui is
it's
expensive.
finite. You know, it's finite stuff. So
I think the biggest,
Gross art.
I think the biggest like surprise was we were expecting a lot of people were expecting a Shiranui reprint. This is a brand new Shiranui in the
Yeah.
trial deck.
Yeah.
Suck it.
yeah.
And he's terrifying. Like, his skill is
Let's just-
holy
let's go-
shit.
We only know half
Also,
the
like
skill.
other things, I guess. in
And that
Japan-
skill is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, the possibility.
Oh, apparently the prices for the trial deck increased from 1,100 yen to 1,300 yen. So I guess that's kind of relevant.
Yeah,
Who
but-
knows?
yeah.
There's a lot more going
it's
on.
going to be somewhere between 11
No
and
more
13.
starter sets.
I don't
We're only
think.
in Japan.
I don't think.
Only in Japan.
Yeah.
We didn't get them anyway.
I don't think that the price will change much on the American side. I think it'll still pretty hover around 1820, which is what most people charge. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. We might as well talk about the new Shiranui since it's part of the deck. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So
Alright, so
Hey,
we
Shiranui.
have Demon Stealth Dragon Shiranui Opero. So yeah.
overall,
I already have 2 Operos in Rock. Well, might as well make it 1 for New Batama.
why not?
Essentially the same clan.
So a bunch of big black secret box. But on
Yeah.
top of that, we have Auto Vanguard Circle. At the beginning of your ride phase, you may choose a card from your opponent's drop zone. If you do, your opponent calls that card to Rearguard Circle, and at the end of that turn, retires that unit.
Okay, so pluses on this. Let's start with the obvious one. If your opponent's field is full, you just killed 2 things.
Well, one thing.
Or one
One
thing.
thing.
You killed
Still-
one thing for
still
sure,
killed
and,
one thing.
and it's gone.
Yep.
It's gone. And you can replace it with something mediocre just in case it's helpful to you for whatever reason. It might be helpful.
It's probably helpful with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can fuck you over if you're not careful with it and you choose something that has an on-call effect.
Yep.
So
But
maybe
it
don't do
depends
that.
on what.
Yeah.
you can
Downside.
play around that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Downside.
that's true.
Don't do that. Right. Like.
But
If you place against Grand Blue, don't just maybe
Yeah, don't-
not do it.
Yeah. Just
I
don't
mean,
pick it.
it's your opponent's call, so it's entirely up to them.
Well,
Wait, no.
you choose the rear guard.
Yeah.
They just choose where it's
Oh,
called,
well,
right?
yeah, they just choose work.
Yeah.
Well,
So just be careful not to call something.
Yeah, there's
that's-
not a lot of safe calls in Grand Blue.
No, make the ghosty.
I mean,
none of that. Cutlass guy.
some triggers.
No, mixed bad. Yeah.
Triggers. You
Witch
could even.
Doctor.
Sea strolling.
Yeah.
Mad Fancy.
You could call Naguruk. It's not going to be a big deal.
Lazy's
Necrobomb
bad.
won't do
Skeletal
anything.
Cannonier's bad. Grenache is bad.
Most of that deck's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Nick the Ghost
So,
is bad.
Don't play Nubatama in a Gramble.
Yeah.
Which
Just remember when
Still
your
very
opponent's playing Grand Blue.
Just scoop.
Yeah, don't
don't
do
do
anything
the other
stupid.
Shiranui.
Right.
Right. The one that helps.
But,
But that goes into the theories that are going up about the keyword that one it either has the ability
Something
to use
like
your
that.
opponent's ability. So in the case of Grand Blue, hey, I called this thing that calls another thing from drop. Well,
right.
Now I'm calling something from drop.
I mean, that's a possibility. I was thinking with a name like Dominate, I'm thinking stealing.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing.
Well, it strikes me. It just struck me as more like
Like
mind control.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Like you take their guy and use it for the turn as if it was a Nubatama.
Like
Yeah,
you
it's a
attack
good
with
member.
Nigo Rook from the back row
Right.
to
It's
yourself. Oh God, Nigo Rook! Why? I'm
So-
just a mindless zombie.
So that
It's
would be,
essentially that, but calling it off to their field.
yeah. So I think that would be amazing. But I don't want to speculate too hard on what Dominate's going to be because we might get into the upper echelons of how crazy it is, and then it ends up just being
Because Nubatama is crazy. Nubatama is fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
as a clan, like the
Don't
fact
play
that
Sheer Stealth Dragon, though. That's the real crazy.
will
right?
it still play
It's like-
Dreadmaster?
the break ride though is so fantastic. But anyway,
It's good.
it's so good.
The other
Yeah.
thing was that people are thinking this is the new reverse, that every clan's going to get something with Dominate, and so they each kind of have all of these
Mm-hmm.
random
Hopefully not.
effects like the reverses.
Right. I mean, we'll see. I think it's cool. I hope that the effect's great. But either way, that new Batama always looks good.
If they do, this support's coming out, and if they were to do that, a lot of clans already have the support that they were going to get for the season.
Yeah.
So
it
would cut a lot of clans off.
Wait, do we know whether it's ending in like 4 or 6 episodes or so?
I would assume so by like.
I mean,
current standard.
We're not going to get settled in until
anime.
August.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
By the time we get
No,
it,
well, when does Japan get it?
we should be.
June.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be
June
well
9th.
into the set.
And we get it August 27th.
It'll probably be in season 2 of the set. And I think that we will take a quick break, watch this thing, and then we'll talk to you soon.
Bushiroad.
You are watching Imagine Your Goddess.
And we're back.
No.
That break was brought to you by whatever commercial it was.
Yay.
Brought to you by the crushing loneliness.
How is
Susanoo.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
so? We don't talk about Susanoo here.
that?
Nobody
Only
nobody
OTT.
needs.
Ben pulled
Nobody
a lot of
needs that.
Susanoo today.
Like just a lot. Just ass loads.
yeah.
Just so many Susanoo.
Just watch
See
my
amounts.
just watch my
Okay.
case unboxing. It like I pull like 8 Susanos, and that is heavily unbalanced. Like it is just so unbalanced. And I pull 8 Amateras's, which is nicer, but
Okay, so shall we talk Dragonborne?
Yes.
Dragoborne.
Dragonborne. Dragoborne released a photo collection of what the rulebook is going to be, which means I now know how to play Dragoborne.
That's good. Someone
in
read
theory.
it. One of us should
In
have.
theory.
I didn't know
And
it
it
came out.
was this guy.
Okay, so here's the thing about Dragoborne. It's got a lot of elements that are normal to Bushiroad games at this point. It has a 3-column system. It utilizes face-down cards for luck. Also, it has dice in this one to help make up for the lack of RNG otherwise. And it looks okay. But the notions behind it actually do stem a little bit more from Duel Masters. When someone else read the rules, they mentioned to me that they thought it was going to be Kaijudo 2.0.
Oh god.
Now, I will state
Huh.
that Kaijudo and Duel Masters are not the same game. No matter what people tell you, they lied. The differences were crucial enough that Duel Masters was fun and Kaijudo was not. So
dear.
it's important. It's important to state.
It didn't last
So-
what, 4 months?
It was not.
area,
It was
anyway.
not long. It was not a long time in a lot of places. I know that Duel Masters is still going fairly strong in Japan. They still got the anime. It's all right. It does okay, but I have no idea the fate of Kaijudo, and I know that here Kaijudo is gone. Gone before it could, a failure to launch would be the term I'd use.
Like it took away stuff from Cardfight in Springfield because I was in Springfield at the time. It took away from Cardfight for like 6 months, and then I told everyone, like, look, guys, this game isn't going to last. No one's even been able to tell me the rules in a way that satisfies me. So, you know,
So there's certain things about the rules that are very reminiscent, though, of Duel Master / Kaijudo. You use cards both as resources and as cards to play, like creatures and spells. You have a color set, a color wheel that changes technique, and you have to expend resources of a color in order to do things with things of that color.
not ripping off Magic the Gathering.
Well, I mean, it's one of the things that happens.
And I
Like,
used a successful system.
Wizards doesn't own colors.
right?
They don't.
You know,
Colors on cardboard. Huh.
there's
library,
a shield system similar to the gate system in Luck and Logic, but more so like the shield system in Duel Masters, where cards go face down on the board, and your opponent gets rid of those in order to.
Are they from a
And-
separate deck?
No, they're from your deck. They come off at the beginning and during setup.
Do they go to hand? Are they like reverse
So
cards?
Yeah.
when you blow them up, they go into your hand, and some of them have the ability to be cast immediately for no mana
Oh,
if you
trigger.
use it. Yeah,
it's that
It's-
force of will mechanic.
it's a trigger clause. Well, it's that Duel Masters mechanic.
I don't know. Duel
In
Masters.
Shields. in Shields there was a thing called a shield trigger, and when you picked it up, you could just put it down and play it for free.
Bam!
I honestly thought Duel Masters was the same as Yu-Gi-Oh for about a year.
So it's really not. It's way different. It's a lot more like Magic, but it's just
It's the dual part that
yeah, it's a dual part. Yeah. So I mean, I can go through the nitty-gritties of the rules if you guys really want to know.
No, I
but
mean,
I think players who are
we'll do a
interested.
separate video.
Yeah, I think players that are interested, you can watch our separate video on Learn to Play Dragoborne whenever
doesn't
we have
exist
the
yet.
ability to. Yeah, in the future.
Don't go looking for it.
The art is fantastic, though. Like, several times I just went, like, oh, wow. You know, that is a clan I would not mind playing just for the art.
Yeah, so here's a couple of examples of the art in this game. Boom, 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 boom. And it's...
Are you guys going to do a little
cool.
demo with the printouts?
We'll see. But like the art does look good. It is very appealing, and this was the game that I was talking about. That was talking about trying to appeal to an older crowd. Yeah. So inside of the playbook, while they're talking about it, they're like,
"There's just titties."
They're like, "Oh, we're trying to appeal to an older crowd than Cardfight Vanguard, in the late teens to early 20s." Ben, you've been to a tournament, a big tournament more recent than any of us. How many under late teens do you think were at your major event?
How many 12-year-olds did you just try?
Yeah,
Actually, no. There were some people who I would say in the upper teens, but there was maybe one kid who was a kid. Because there's like some people you just can't really tell. But
yeah.
But,
no, I'm kidding.
The legend.
I'm joking. But no, I understand what you're saying. No, it's not that. But
have to
I'm
explain
agreeing
the reference
with
to me after the video.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
But
teeth
the
then?
idea.
What?
That's my point, though, is that there's not a lot of kids at these events. Really, this game is very, very focused toward pretty much late teen, early 20s already. Cardfight is.
Well, in America, that seems to be the case because late teens to early 20s are the people who have the money and the time to spend on it. Like, in Japan, I know that they have, like, under 13 and over 13, but young adults and all that jazz tournaments. Sure. At least once a year, they have, like, they do have a big one, which is, or at least they did. It's been, like, I don't pay attention to it. Where it was like under 13s, and then over 13s, but under 18s, and then the under 20s, you know. Exactly.
And it is, and it does happen. But even in Japan, the majority of players are still between 15 and like 28. Like, they're still not young kids. Sure. And so the notion that Cardfight is supposed to appeal to some younger demographic, again, to me is insane.
Well, that's why they made Buddy Fight. Let's be here. Let's
I think Buddy Fight...
That system still went to that same demographic.
It's not necessarily anything to do with the art or anything like that. It's the gameplay that decides how complicated a game is for the crowd that's involved in it. And if it were real... Like, Pokemon is a game designed for kids. Because it's very simple. There's a lack of interaction between players during each other's turns.
Face-to-face solitaire.
It's very, very easy to pick up, easy to master, and it just doesn't get nuts. It doesn't. Like, there's not a lot of stuff to happen to. You can't even reach numbers like past a one-hit knockout by more than 10 or 20. You're not going to, like in that thing, HP gets up to, like, usually maybe 120, 130, and you won't hit for any more than maybe 150. It's not like in Vanguard where you will have something swinging for 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the amount of...
This deck can hit, like, 80K.
Something.
Yeah.
Just casually.
Yeah, and so it's just one of those things that, like, the more numbers you add to it and the more effects you add and the more complexity that you add, it's going to start appealing to older crowds. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know why Bushiroad keeps trying to insist to us that we're not supposed to be playing. that their highest and most lucrative demographic shouldn't be playing the game because it's for kids. I mean,
I think they might be saying that for some other reason, because no company is just like, our biggest buyers of our product that keeps us all in good standing in society and not homeless bums, or we don't want them. Like,
yeah.
the only,
I mean,
like,
that's what you would think, is that
companies who do that die.
yeah. When you deny who your clientele is, it's just like,
And that's why I think Buddy Fight failed.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
No, I think that's true.
They were pushing it. It was.
They were trying to
They
push
named
it.
it Buddy Fight.
Right, they were pushing it as a shonen thing, and it was the gameplay was fine.
Yeah, the gameplay might be fine.
It was great,
I have no interest in playing it.
but yeah, it really turns off older players when they see this shonen-esque situation of it all.
Me and Chansung and the Comeback King, like, we actually bought into the original, like, trial decks and stuff like that and showed up for the first, like, metagames tournaments for it. And everyone was making fun of the name. Everyone made fun of the name. We were making fun of the name while we were playing it.
Yeah,
like,
we still make fun of the name. I love Buddy Fight. I think Buddy Fight is great fun. I still make fun of it. I mean, how are you not going to? It's called fucking Buddy Fight. It's one of those things. So,
the future card always gets me.
but back to Dragoborne. Dragoborne.
It's like last card.
He isn't.
The ideas behind it look really cool. Some of them feel like they're a little ripped off. The thing that bothers me the most as far as ripping off is in order to... You can set trap cards for a mana cost that's similar to the morph cost in Magic. You pay 2 of any color and you set something face down, and if your opponent tries to go for that column, you can unleash the effect. It's called Ambush. And it's just kind of silly. Like, I mean, like, I get its purpose and its knowledge, but it just keeps tugging back to that idea that we're trying to build off of a game that was successful, or maybe some games that weren't as successful. I mean, when you look at an American market, and this is supposed to appeal to American players because it's got like that Magic-esque art, it's got sort of Western themes going on within its dragon base. It is very much set to be an American game thing. But then why would you add in elements of games that just fucking dropped off the planet in the thing with the parts of it that are like what everybody's least favorite part of Magic is? Morph. It's the worst thing.
It is?
As far as I'm concerned.
I've never heard anyone complain about it.
I've never seen anyone play it either. So I mean,
that's pretty big a couple of standards ago.
It wasn't big in format. It was there.
No, it was big in format.
What
Death Protector.
Huh?
Death Protector. Death Misraptor.
Death Misraptor.
I don't play Magic. I haven't played Cisco Card.
Death Misraptor needs other morph cards in order to work. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
Morph was played.
Yeah.
Wildwood Protector, I think is the name of it, is played in Modern sometimes. At least in a new deck
sure.
it is. Like,
Yeah.
Morph is needed. There's that one card, I forget, it's an enchantment that just manifests the top of your deck. Manifest is also weird.
Manifest.
Manifest is also weird, but like if
It's like
it,
morph,
if they're-
but random.
If it's just randomly thrown in a set, yeah, it's only going to see limited play. Like in draft and not constructed, let's put it that way.
Sure.
But if it's put into a set and it's actually a mechanic that is used, it will see play if the cards are worth playing.
Mm-hmm. And the ambush cards don't look bad. I'm not saying that either.
What I would consider an ambush card is the morph from Onslaught that cost 8 mana for a 1/1, but also has morph.
Right.
It's that thing where you just kind of play it and go, okay, this could be anything.
Yeah.
It could also be nothing, but it could be anything.
Right. And there that sort of bluff though. I don't know. I don't necessarily like it because
I love that sort of
it's
bluff.
not not making me feel like I'm investing something into.
If there needs to be an aspect of the game that is considered unknown, they found a way to do it.
Yeah, and there's other things too that are semi unknown. But the idea that your dice can become creatures to help block your row, that's cool. Your dice can pump creatures or give them other effects. I think that's cool.
We're about to see an uptick in dice sales because people lose the dice.
Yeah, I mean, possibilities. Possibilities are endless.
Maybe they'll come out with foil dice. Oh.
I think that their dice. I don't think it's going to be quite as good as Destiny. One of the things about Star Wars Destiny is that they've made it so that you can play with their dice or without them. Like if you play, you can just play with regular dice and it'll be fine. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull off the same thing with Dragoborne. It looks like the dice are very specialized to the way that the game plays. And there's no reference on the cards themselves that say, "Oh, it's this, 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 and this." If you're using a D6,
they have a lot of the cards have like different value skills. Like
there's different value skills, but unless you can like mark off a die and say like this side is this side, this side is this side, I mean you can.
Well, I mean,
it's
like,
just like
if they need special dice, they usually make those regularly available.
Yeah.
They don't make it like impossible for you to get those.
We will get them.
It's not that.
10
It's
for
just
12.
that you got to be careful. Don't lose your dice at a tournament.
Right.
Like, don't be careful with your stuff.
No.
And I know that sounds
all right,
weird.
I'm gonna roll.
Right, but some people do it, and then when they're like, "Fuck, I can't play round 4 because somebody like ran by and stole my red die, and it was my only red die. What the fuck?"
Thanks, bro.
Then that feels bad. That's a feel bad moment. But
Are there only 3 different colors of dice, or are there
no.
one for each color?
So there's going to be one of each color.
And-
You play up to 3 different color dice because you play
Okay.
3 dice,
Okay,
and those 3 dice.
because I've only seen the red, yellow, and green one.
Yes, in order for you to play the dice, you have to play a banner of the same thing, which is like a flag in Buddy Fight. So if I'm playing red, green, and blue, I need a red die, a green die, and a blue die, and I need a red, green, and blue banner just to play. And then past that, I'm going to be playing red, blue, and green cards in my deck. So
You can play more.
which you can't play more, but
So I guess you gotta hide dice before the game starts.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Maybe they'll like produce like dice trays for people.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be nice.
How long until somebody hollows out a
Instead
die
of
and fills
staying
it
in the
out with
Vanguard,
light?
they're just playing flip the cup. Just like, boop, those are my dice.
Did you guys ever play Pirate Dice?
Nope.
It was based
with
on
ships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ships?
No. With Dead Man's Chest, you know that game they play for like Will
Oh,
or whatever?
yeah.
They turned it into an actual game, and it is actually
yeah, the
ridiculously
like odds
fun.
and evens game. Yeah.
And you like bluff each other. Like
Yeah.
if they added a mechanic in like that where you hide the dice and you have to like bluff it out with penalties.
Isn't that
if you-
game just basically BS with dice?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's BS with us.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the 3D model building game.
No.
Oh no, that was sweet too.
That's awesome. Though.
I got Santa's sleigh staying around somewhere.
All right, so
Most
that's
feared
that's
ship in
all
all
the
of humanity.
Dragonborne news was. I think that the rules look okay, solid. When we get a chance to actually hold it in our hands, I'll know better. If you guys want to look at it, it's there. It's on Facebook. You can find it.
I'm sure eventually we'll print off the
Yeah,
stuff that's
we'll
online.
probably
and
we'll
get a
probably
demo
make
going.
a version of the proxies and give it a shot. But it's. I mean, it looks fun. It looks okay. And then there's still that part of me that's like, don't do it. And I can't stop. I can't stop my brain from thinking it. So that's just where we're at now. And with that, I think we're moving into the last segment, right? Is there any more news?
The only reason he's here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm here.
So the
I'll
only
be at home
reason
writing.
he's here, and you know what? We'll start that right after this.
We're not paused.
Announcing the IYG Stand-Up Series. Experience a new level of competition. Face fighters from across the country. Meet your favorite personalities. Ash, Diesel, Cohellet, let's play card games together. Stand up, Vanguard. Imagine your goddess. And check this out.
And we're back. This episode was dedicated. We invited Ben Wheeler over because he went to
Ohio.
Ohio.
For No Limits Gaming.
For the No Limit Gaming tournament that just happened, and
the 1K
we
prize
were
pool.
we're hoping to
Nice.
listen.
I wish I touched it.
We're hoping to listen. So, how far in the event did you get?
I got somewhere in like the 30s.
How many people were there?
How many people were there?
Sorry, 100 and something.
Okay.
That's decent size for a non-Bushiroad event.
Yeah.
I want to say that it was less than 120, but about like 110-ish. But not quite that. I know it wasn't 110 because that number would be just too even. You know, a lot of good players there. Some really good players showed me some stuff that you could do with an Ultimile deck that'll just curl your toes. There's a card called Hope Song Angel that's like Counterblast, Soul Blast, get any Brave you want out of the deck. Which... What? No, Hope Keeper? No? It's an angel with a Conductor's Baton. That's an 8K.
Has that card been up forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he made it really good.
But he's been good for like the past 3 sets.
Yeah, but I've never fought him before. No one I've ever fought has used him before him.
How do you not play that card in the Brave deck?
Okay.
Keep
So,
going.
Anyway.
yeah. So there was a tournament and it had a bunch of people. What was special about
Ben's
the
mind
tournament?
was blown by standard alt mile plays.
Now,
It's not standard.
No, real quick.
No one's
Hold
ever
on, hold
played
on.
that
Okay,
before
okay.
against me.
so, what made the No Limit tournament so special?
It was a $1,000 prize pool.
Okay, $1,000 in the prize pool.
Yep.
Now that was for the top cut
Yes,
Uh,
of 8 people.
of 8 people. Okay, the top 8.
Yep,
And was it cash prizes or was it
a
just
mix. There was
mix,
there was
okay.
I really should have brought in the Blaster Blade mat, but everyone got a mat for $8.
Okay.
Oh,
And
is
then
that
they
really
got-
cool? Blaster Drag, Blaster Blade mat.
Yeah, that looks
It
really
was
good.
I'll make sure Ash
Yeah.
gets a picture of
He'll
it.
put it.
But basically, you got in there, like, you didn't get packs or anything like that, or at least if it did, I kind of missed when I would get my pack. The real special sort of part of the night for me was the trading. Like, everyone was fantastic when it came to trading. Like, it was profitable for both parties. I met some people who are like roving shops like IYG is, and sort of, you know, made friends with them. You know, the tournament scene was actually pretty fierce. The players there, like, there's no, like, I had to get down to table 37 before I started fighting players who were worse than me, or less than equal, I should say. When I was up top, like, I actually got to place 1, and I won, like, the first 3 games. Then I lost 4, 5, and 6.
Wait, was it best 4 out of 3?
It was best 2 out of 3.
Best 2 of 3. How long were rounds?
Each round was about 50 minutes, I guess. 40,
Okay.
50 minutes.
And it was Swiss.
Yes.
How many rounds?
There was, I want to say, 7 rounds.
7 rounds for top cut. Okay.
Yeah.
And you just Swiss, you just play until you
Yeah.
go top cut, right?
Yeah. Swiss.
Yeah, basically.
Swiss is the way that we do our normal
Yeah,
locals. Where
It was actually a pretty smooth tournament. The people knew what they were doing, especially with major tournaments. They had a lot of stuff there that implied that they had a lot of major Magic gatherings, Yu-Gi-Oh gatherings, other gatherings. But I didn't really see that there. There was a Pokemon tournament that had, like, I want to say 10 to 20 people, but that never interfered with us. It was an immense space, about the size of metagame space, but a bit bigger than Yeti, I want to say. But they divided it up into 2 rooms, so you could have 2 large tournaments of people holding, like, multiple tables at the same time without interfering with each other. The only problem was there was 1 small bathroom.
no, wow.
There was 1 for women, 1 for men, but for men there was only 1 small bathroom. They probably should have just made it unisex and called it good, but whatever.
So the event itself, though, what did you play with?
I played with my usual Daikaiser Metalborg build, and interestingly enough, like, all the games I lost until the last one, I won, like, the first 2-3 games, lost, like, 2 or 3 games, and I got down to number 37, in which case, when you're round 6 and it's number 37, you're not getting up there.
Yeah, it's not.
You're
You're
not
not a
happy.
winning in it. That's right.
So I kind of just, like, fought the person, dropped, and moved on.
Okay. They have side events.
They did not have side events. However, I really, unless it was, like, nice events where you could, like, win a box or something like that, or 2 boxes, I was more interested in the trade by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And sort of talking with people. I did meet one of our fans. Signed his mat for him. I'm sure he'll say something nice in the comments. You know, we really do appreciate you and all the support you give us.
Yeah.
And I really hope to see you in Indianapolis, as well as just anyone else who wants to, you know, come up and talk. I will be at Indianapolis, and I'm sure I'll come back and talk about it afterwards.
Okay. So
Which is fun.
yeah, with the event though, the top 8. What decks did we see? Anything special in the top 8?
I didn't pay attention to that.
Oh, okay. You didn't get a chance to look. Well, the top 8 listings are somewhere.
Yeah, there was one token
Rambo.
I can find it somewhere.
Which
Just
is
keep
pretty
talking.
cool.
There was, I think, like one of the Gear Chronicle players. It was pretty funny. Like he was a really tough Gear Chronicle fighter, probably one of the best I've ever fought. But the thing is that I've long since figured out how to play against it, and so his like Mellum combos like didn't impress me. Also, I got kind of lucky triggers, but also he did not get the luck he needed to like triple crit me when I just took a next stage at 4 damage, which was fun. And I think he got all the way back up there, or at least got close. After he lost to me.
It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
It was fun.
So, how was the atmosphere? How were the players?
Oh, it was great. Everyone was friendly. There was no real negative opinions about anything, except for the usual such thing as cancer. That's cancer. This cancer, which is normal. Like that's just how you speak, and then you fight it, and it's like, well, it's a good thing I'm playing a meta killer deck. Otherwise, I think I'd be up the creek without a paddle. I was in the end, but yeah. On the other hand, it showed me just about all the weaknesses of the deck that I can fix with the new set. So
Okay, I found it.
Okay, what do we have?
So top 8 for No Limit was Night Rose, Token Rambo, MLB Thing Savior, which is versus Vanguard, Luar Diablo, which is standard, Gabriel Nociel, which is the same deck, Seven Seas Rush, and then Chrono Time Leap Gears.
Okay. Oh,
it says Chrono Gears, which could be either. So good call, person.
Did it?
Did it have a name for that one?
It just said Chrono Gears. Yeah, it didn't. They didn't have any names of the players.
No Messiah, which is
but Token Rambo in top 2.
I'm sort of the Ultimate.
Is that the
No,
way
they
that
made
looked?
it.
Oh, okay.
They were the matchup. So Night Rose played.
I see.
Token Rambo.
I see.
MLB played Vanguard. Yeah.
Well, so and then the top 8 was probably single elimination, still best of 3.
Yeah, I think so.
And like these events, I really like the notion of these events. Being able to get players out, 100 plus players, good on you, No Limit. Seriously, like, it's really good to see players going and supporting these non-Bushiroad run events, because it means that we get more tournaments and we can do more cool stuff. It really gets the traders out so that people can get their cards for what they need to get. It gets the vendors stimulated, and it does a lot for the secondary community to go and be a part of something big like that.
Like, this is the sign of a healthy game. Like, because we have this, we are not going to turn into Kaijudo anytime soon.
Right. We're not going to hit those levels.
And we've peaked to this. We haven't gone down a bit and now there's only one 100 tournament running around. No, this is the first 100 tournament in the Rust Belt. The fact that we're able, IYG is able to put out a tournament May 20th that is going to have at least 50 people, and a lot of people showed up. I gave out cards, and a lot of people who saw that said, "Oh, I've got relatives in St. Louis. Oh, I see about coming about this. You get a free mat. Oh, yeah, that's nice."
And and that's the thing, is that being able to do these big things. This is what every store dreams of being able to do, is get people out for a major tournament and have you guys be able to come and play the game that you love to play. And being, having the opportunity to do that, I think is really neat. Yeah. And the fact that it was successful makes it even doubly better,
Yeah.
And we've seen tournaments like these fire off in the Midwest, and they do well, but they sometimes they don't get a chance to give great prize support. They don't have the newest stuff, or they have to rely on certain things. So being able to throw a tournament and just be there's $1,000 cash and prizes in the top 8, for sure. Everybody gets a mat. It's a really cool gesture, and I think that it's the start of what we want to see, which is there will be, Midwest circuit, or national circuits.
Stand-up series even.
Stand-up series.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that I'd like to see happen in more places.
Previously in Missouri and the Midwest in general, not counting Texas, the biggest scene that would show up about monthly or twice monthly, every other month or so, was Spankies. Yeti Gaming is pretty big, but that's just the weekly scene. Like, the only special scene was Spanky's. Like, there was a tournament in Iowa that I just couldn't go to because of finances. Now, I had a happy circumstance that I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I went to Ohio, and I played there. And I'm going to Indianapolis as well. And I'm in a position where I can bankroll myself. So it's like, now it seems that things are looking up, and because the economy is shaping up and all that jazz, like 300,000 new jobs were added to the economy last month. Things are going to look up. People will have more money. People will spend more. If more money is being spent on more expensive cards, the healthier the game is, provided, of course, there aren't supply issues. Like, if they're, like... whatever. I'm not going to qualify it. But, things are going to keep looking up.
Yeah. And, going out and supporting these tournaments are going to make things cool. One of the cool things that happened recently was we got a message as IYG. I don't know if I think I can talk about that. We got a message from another Cardfight YouTuber, Different Fight. And Different Fight got a hold of us and was like, he really likes the mat. He really likes the idea of the series and being able to travel out and go do events. And he was like, are you going to do one in Europe? And, like, that's... I mean, right now, it feels like a dream. Yeah, it feels like a
right
very,
now,
very far away dream is what it feels like.
We're
but
here, you're here.
I told him that if he's willing to come, that I will bust my ass to see what I can do to make that happen at some point. In the not hugely distant future. But we got to see what happens with this first one, which, guys, if you want to see more of these events happen, please come out to everyone's event, not just ours. Yeah. Come out to No Limit, come out to ARG even, come out to Spanky's big thing, and come out to the stand-up series May 20th, because it's going to be fun, and it's going to be more games and more prizes. And the more that we can get done, the more people that show up to these events, the more of these events we can do.
Right.
And we can just have things happen. Like, wouldn't it be great if during the off-season of Bushiroad's thing, between spring and fall, we could have summer circuits that go around the nation or around the world and, like, really get to play Cardfight on a high level? It's only going to happen if you go out and support those tournaments and those people that are trying hard to run those tournaments. So, I think it's great. I think that the No Limit thing is amazing. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you.
Like, and there's a thing there that, like, there are card fighters running around like myself who do go out and travel to different places, and we do have we have empty cars. I usually just take one person to Spanky's. I can take more people, and I'll be happy to take more people, but you guys gotta commit to it and gotta say, I will do this. This hobby is worth me traveling and getting groups together for.
I think the point on that too is that it sometimes seems unfeasible to make a trip out of town and stay out for a night or whatever, or 2 nights maybe, to go to these big events, to go to Chicago, to go to Indianapolis, to go to Ohio. But it's not like you once you've set that you can do it, it's a matter of finding like-minded individuals who really want to go out and have fun, and you guys can pare down costs by a lot, just by sharing a car, sharing a hotel room, being willing to sleep on a floor for a night. Oh God. But
like in Indianapolis, like it's a bit more expensive to get a hotel there for like 4 days than it is in Ohio, which was pretty cheap, and I was able to find a real cheap one. But I would have to pay myself $400. Now, all of a sudden, a contact I made in Wichita, by the name of Alcanzas, comes to me and he says, Ben, I've had a bunch of people quit from my hotel room. I know that you and I are in the same hotel. Let's get together. So now, instead of paying just $400, I'm paying $100 for myself, and then each of them is bringing me $100, to pay for the cost of the room, and I'll take care of tax or whatever. I don't care. Right. But it's but
it pared down the cost by
so much,
a lot.
Yeah. And I'm going to a mid-level hotel. If you decide to go into like an extended stay inn or a Red Roof, that can go down to like $50 a night instead of $100 a night. And I'm in proximity to the place. That's the reason why it's so expensive. And then all of a sudden you get like 4 people in there from 200. That's 50 people. And that's assuming you stay, like I'm doing, for 4 days. Like, if you don't do that, it is even cheaper for it to do. You know, it's math. When you put fractions to math, the numbers go down a lot faster than when you're just looking at a big number. And it looks intimidating, like, oh, $150 for 3 nights, and two nights, and 3 days, you know, oh, that's a lot of money, and I don't know whether I can get off work or not.
Right.
Well, we've known about the tournaments for months. Stop procrastinating.
Yeah, it's you know, it's all a matter. Make your plans, come out, enjoy things. It's going to be great.
Go to events with friends. That's what you get out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to events with friends. And then, you know, and you get more time with your friends, you know. One of the things that I absolutely love about getting to go and travel is that Vu, Chris, and I, Ash, Koheleth, and I get to hang out as friends for a couple days and like be able to do stuff that's not like entirely work related, or you know, and I can take off from my schedule and actually be friends with people and have fun and do the thing that I love, which is play card games, because I love playing card games. And these events really allow you a chance to go do that and be with your friends. I know that Team Squibbles goes out together to almost every event, and you know, it's better with friends.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It makes the weekend sweeter and definitely more affordable. All right. Well, thank you, Ben, for coming on the show. We appreciate you coming and talking about the tournament. Is there any like last words of advice on going to one of these tournaments or competing in a tournament that you want to give people?
Right. So the way I'm a pretty laid back guy, and I just kind of like go with the flow with things. But there's a couple rules I do follow. I always shower, which does as much to you as it does for your enemies. Like you I guess you can stink it up and like intimidate your foes, but here's the thing: I wrap up a game fast and I take risks. So all of a sudden you're dealing with like an 80k restanding double crit guard break something or other, just because I had enough of your shitty smell and just decided to end it. Like, it does hurt you in the end if somebody's determined enough to just get away with you and take the win. Yeah, but I do it faster.
Yeah.
But you know, like,
be clean.
Yeah, be clean. Like, also dress up a bit. Like, your clothing does change how you view the world. Like, I'm right now relaxed. I'm wearing something that is relaxed. But when I go to a tournament, I wear a sweater, I wear a button-up shirt, I wear decent pants, and I wear dress shoes. I don't wear pajamas. Yeah, but don't wear pajamas.
Avoid socks with sandals.
Exactly. You know, it is a
Correct.
yeah. Don't be the stereotype, please. But when you do that, you sort of focus your mind on the task at hand. You know, what's the Kingsman movie where it says clothing makes the man?
Yeah.
It's very true. Like, it is very true. Your outside determines what your inside state is, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it affects your attitude. So, you know.
And the last thing is that if you go with friends, make sure you have all the numbers and coordinate. Get food together, eat together, break bread together. And even if you go alone like I do all the time, make sure you eat, make sure you have your sugars up and all that jazz, and maybe take some snacks with you in the car that you can just go and relax for a few seconds between rounds. Because if you get like salty or tilted, and I don't mean just normal salty and tilted, like when I lose a fight against something that just like fucks me up inside, you know, I need to go out, breathe in the cool air or the hot air or whatever, get some food, get myself centered again, get that battle spirit up again, and then I can go back in fresh. And I'll see a lot of players just sit there, they get salty, they complain to their friends. Take a step back, reassess, power shuffle your deck, go back in.
When you cause your team to get third at a major team event, you want them to back you up and sit with you while you eat a cheeseburger and grief. So take care of your friends and take care of yourselves while you're out there.
The tears salt the cheeseburger.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we got for the G-Zone. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
BB.
Hey guys, Camille here! The IYG stand-up series is in full swing, and we've got a special playmat for you. Wait a minute, is that Me?
That's right.
My Night Rose cosplay!
And there's another special map for top 8.
Ash! How did you get those?
Uh-oh.
Imagine your goddess. Everyone who enters will get an exclusive playmat. Join us at Yeti Gaming, May 20th. And check this out.